We're going to be starting off the morning with a look at Crimson Desert, which dropped an exclusive gameplay video. It's too early. I'm not awake yet. Exclusive gameplay video yesterday with IGN. Actually, more than one, but this is a 52-minute extended gameplay look at Crimson Desert, which is forthcoming from Pearl Abyss. Now, I had previously sort of looked at this and wasn't exactly sure what to think about it because it's like they did Black Desert Online, which I'm not a huge fan of, but this looks to be something a little bit different in terms of blending like single player stuff with other stuff. I don't know. We're gonna watch this video and see what we think
The
and what we know.
continent of Piewell. A land soaked in blood, whose history is written in warfare. Here unfolds a decisive battle.
This voice actor is the guy playing King Durin in Rings of Power.
Who seek to shatter
That's heavy Twitch-based gameplay. Okay. So we've got finishing moves, lots of VFX, self-heal when he does a certain thing.
You all right? Not really.
That's not good.
Get back to camp. I'll meet you there. In one piece, I hope.
So this is going to be like action adventure of some type. That was a nice kick. Takedown across the throat. So we're watching this, I believe in 1920 by 1080. Let's double check. Yep. I'm not going to turn it up any higher because my internet won't be able to handle the streaming. But they do have up to 4K preview up. Chucking them off edges here. So I'm going to pause here for a second because I was not sure what type of game this was. Now that I've seen some of this initial gameplay, it's looking like it's definitely more like an action-adventure RPG as opposed to what they built with Black Desert, which was a online MMO. So I'm interested to learn more about this now because I didn't know anything about this game other than I remember the preview trailer from like a year or two ago, and I was just thinking, oh, it's Pearl Abyss, they'll do another Black Desert Online, but this time it's going to be a different type of MMO. But this does not look like an MMO. This looks like something different.
Go easy, will ya? Get your fat fingers off me!
That eat ability is pretty cool.
You're all that's left. Must be lonely.
Murden!
Should have taken our offer when you had the chance. Look at yourselves. Peace. What good is that if you're all fucking dead?
That's a
My
good point.
comrades died for a noble cause.
I'll tell you what's noble. Wine, wealth, and women. Those who follow me shall have all three. Get him!
So definitely lots of combat so far. We're like, what, 10 minutes? We're not even 10 minutes in. We're like probably 6 minutes into this video, and it's been pure combat so far. I need to know how the story is, because combat's fine, but I like story. I need good story. With the 52-minute preview on the line here, I'm thinking that we're going to get a pretty good chunk of everything in this video. Profound Pearl says it reminds me of The Witcher. To some degree, I can see some similarities. Bye-bye.
Greymane, tell me where it is.
You're going off the cliff, buddy.
No. Never.
Never is a strong sentiment. I find nevers are quite malleable under pressure.
You will never know.
Wrong answer. Better luck to the next Greymane.
Better luck to the next Greymane. He's going to yeet you off the cliff or just let you fall?
No. Give IGN my regards. Bring me the others. The hunt has begun.
Tell us more. Crimson Desert. So he's remembering before, or what's the case here? Okay, we've got. I like the text font they're using for the layout, for all the UI stuff. Leafy beyond the grand door. Yeah, I need to know how though, like how it's related to BDO, because so far I don't see any MMO aspects to this. This definitely looks like a single-player action RPG, which I'm totally fine with. And the world building looks decent. Frames look decent.
Can you believe it? Banner's house was completely ransacked. They even took the horns off his goats.
I wonder if this is backdrop or if you see it, you can get to it. We got a mount. Okay. Definitely getting more Witcher vibes, more Witcher 3 vibes from this. That horse, the horse animations look good. Wonder how the horse controlling is, because so far Red Dead Redemption 2 is still like the peak horsemanship game. Definitely, this is looking pretty good. Where's my phone? I need to look this up really quick, because Yeah, the horses look beautiful. Emulator says I saw an alchemist in this that looks like and is named the same as a famous alchemist in Black Desert Online. So it's okay. So world lore related. Got you. Let me look this up while we're playing this trailer. This all looks amazing. Crimson Desert is an upcoming open-world single-player action-adventure game developed and published by Pearl Abyss. So it's an action-adventure RPG. No release date, but will be a simultaneous release on Windows, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. If they're showing this off right now, I'm going to say it's a 2025 release. Because they just started doing there's several videos out with IGN right now, including this one, which is 50. You're not going to drop 52 minutes of gameplay unless you're pretty close to the finish line. So, a Witcher 3 style action adventure game from Pearl Abyss. This is on my radar and probably is going to be a must play from what I've seen so far. It looks like it might be a little too much on the adventure, or excuse me, a little too much on the action combat side for me, but I need to see how much of it, because Dragon's Dogma 2 looked beautiful, but it was way too much fucking grinding in combat. There wasn't enough story there, so I'm wondering, because Black Desert Online, the storyline was It's like a giant ogre of a guard. He had fangs and everything.
More people with swords rummaging about.
Well, I'll be damned. A grey man. Here of all places.
Well, how do they know who or what I am? Is it the markings on my shield or something? So his feet are sinking into the cobblestones. That definitely needs some more polish. They've got the nav mesh pretty down. I mean, his whole feet, all of his feet are going into the cobblestones. So, okay, did he just change armor in the middle of things with a radial menu?
Open the gate.
It might have given bonuses and I didn't see. Look at that, that's definitely an ogre or something right there. It's the second one we've seen. There's another one over here. And there's one at the castle gate. It's set in the same universe as Black Desert? Interesting.
That's right. Their tenacity is how they got their name.
I didn't play a ton of Black Desert Online.
Wait.
A little bit.
Seems
I also
like a
did some
permit.
Black
No
Desert
clue
Online
where he
mobile.
got it.
We don't look like the troublemaking type.
Right. He can pass then.
Open the gate.
Head on through and plunge yourself inside.
Go on now.
My God. If that's true, then we are in for a whole lot of trouble.
I'm gonna see if my internet can support doing the 4K while I'm doing all this stuff, guys. I live in the boonies, so this might not work. But I'm genuinely curious to see what the quality difference is at 4K. I mean, it's not that great of a difference. It's a little crisper, but it's still looks about the same.
No one's here. I should look around.
Nice. artifacts. Oh, that was interesting. Like a cube of something, and then it...
What's this?
What was that? Yeah, I didn't get to see it. Artifact acquired. Abyss artifact. Ooh, where's this taking me? Magic portal! Where are we going? Okay, now I'm getting Assassin's Creed vibes with like sci-fi elements to this. What the hell is even going on?
Is this the place written on the invitation?
So he's changing armor before he goes and does stuff. Look at this world design. Hemulator says Valterra Abyss Gate, it said. Valterra Mountains are in the Kamasilvi region of Black Desert Online. Tanner Jack just became a member over on YouTube. Thanks so much for the support, Tanner. And also asked, am I going to be playing Dragon Age? Oh yeah, I've been covering Dragon Age Veilguard for like 2 years on my channel. We've got a video coming out tonight, I think. Or this afternoon. There's a video on YouTube coming out today doing the most recent coverage around the zones of Dragon Age the Veilguard.
I can't believe it.
That's a troll, not an ogre. Okay.
You? Were you the one who asked me to do good?
This is not the first time we've met. My name is Alastin. I oversee the Library of Providence. This place holds the records of the world's providence. Each record signifies a world.
Each record signifies a world.
The Library of Providence is the center of all worlds.
Okay, so he's like, this is my tower of knowledge, and we have access to all the
What
worlds
is
from
the
my
reason
tower.
you brought me here?
There are beings who brought chaos to Providence.
So that explains the I'm in
The
BDO and I'm in
rifts they
Crimson
have
Desert.
created
I'm a
will
multi-dimension
return everything
traveling space
to
wizard.
nothingness. We seek to correct this. So please, fulfill the mission GN desire.
You know Jen?
There will be
Why
time
would
to
Dragon
discuss
Age come in
later.
late, Bullywags? I don't understand that commentary.
What I can tell you now
Dragon Age is coming in
is that
October. This is going to be
mission
next year.
will restore the disrupted providence. So please, honor GN's will.
I asked if you know Jen. That's a large request.
Yeah, my Dragon
There's
Age video is
someone
not
ahead.
coming out until 2 p.m. today. I do have a Dragon Age video coming out though. That's today, around 2 p.m. Central.
Shall we walk together?
White
Who are
Crow
you?
the Witch.
I am White Crow. A guardian of the Abyss, if you will.
Abyss?
You can call it the Cradle of Providence. It serves as a bridge between Providence and the world.
Is there a reason you waited for me?
Alastin wishes to repay the kindness shown to him. Have you ever imagined flying? I hope you are not easily frightened.
Are you telling me to jump from here?
Don't worry. It's only one step.
That step better not lead to the afterlife.
It says I've gained the knowledge of crow wings. Simulation loading. Alright, that's a pretty impressive view, especially if we can go explore all of this as a huge open game map, which it looks like it is. This looks like it's all explorable territory. That's a pretty massive fucking map as we're free falling. Oh, that's a trip, dude. So we can fly or just glide? We're hovering right here. Sort of. We're like glide hovering. And now we're moving forward. So how much do you control of the flying? Can you go up as well, or is it only down? It looks to me like it's only going to be down. You're not going to be able to go up. Unless they've got gusts or something. You can see. What game is this, Ask Bullywugs? This is a Crimson Desert extended gameplay preview from over at IGN. They dropped this video last night. It's 52 minutes long. We're doing our watch through and reaction video this morning, live here on YouTube and Twitch. It's from Pearl Abyss. I'm assuming it's coming next year. It has no release date as of the moment. This is the first extended preview we've gotten of this game. Xbox, PS5, and console multi-release. It's an open world action adventure RPG.
No one wins at the gambling tables. There's only losers like yourself.
The music's pretty good so far too.
Let me know if you need anything.
Yeah, Emulator. I remember this like from like it's got to be 3 years ago, 4 years ago. It's been a while since the initial release. Maybe even longer than that. I never covered this. I remember it getting announced. I remember seeing like something a couple of years ago and then nothing, and then just during Gamescom they released like a series of boss fight videos, and I watched a couple of them and went, okay, you're showing me boss fights, that's cool, but I don't understand the context of you showing me boss fights on your YouTube channel without knowing why you're showing me boss fights. Now they've released the gameplay preview, which they should have released this before those boss fight previews. Okay, now I kind of understand. We're getting a better, better look at the gameplay overall.
Cliff. Thought I'd never see you again. You're alive. But your leg. I'm just glad I'm still breathing. And what if the
Somebody's
others?
going to trip out about how the fact
We've
that the
scattered
brace
in all
underneath his arm is
directions.
fading in and out of the
Everyone. Unka,
line of sight.
Naira, Jan. Yes. But I'm sure they're well alive out there.
Yeah, see, that's the thing here
Those
later. I
fools
vaguely
fell
remember it
for
being
it.
announced as
See how
something
heavy
along
this
the lines of
purse
like
is?
Black Desert Online, but a different
Marius,
world or something, like
What's
another
wrong?
MMO multiplayer thing. And now
It's
it's
best
single
not to
player,
draw
so that
attention.
makes sense to what I remember.
the black bears are on our tail. Right, and Russo's here too. Carried me on his back all the way here. He's still searching for the artifacts. Once a grey mane, always a grey mane. Where are you staying, Marius? In this corner of the street. Got some nice neighbors to keep me company. I'm sorry. I'll look for a decent place. Don't push yourself too hard, Cliff. I mean it. I've gotten used to my life here. Marius, you... I need to find my comrades a home.
Have you heard? They say Greymane's here in Hanan.
I wonder if you're going to get an option of ways to play, or if it's just kind of like The Witcher 3, where you're pretty much guaranteed you're using sword and shield.
I'm looking for my comrades.
Get some
Greymanes.
abilities that can
Seen
customize
any?
a little bit, but it's always sword
Captain.
and shield.
I think a Greymane's gone and
Or
found
can you go
us.
archer?
How much was Muirden's bounty again?
2 gold pieces? Is your life worth so little?
Enough. Forgive my men. They may have given the wrong impression. You may call me Matthias. Oh, I've always wanted to test my skills against a Greymane. What say you? You're here, standing before me. What reason have you to refuse my challenge?
None that I can think of.
Ah, so it's true. Greymanes never run from a fight. I've heard the lengths you'll go for the sake of your mission. You seek radiant fragments that fall from the sky. Is that right?
What's it to you?
And why are you seeking them?
mere
I need to know.
curiosity.
Tell me more of the story.
Now, to us! No further destruction, I assure you. Do your worst, Greymane!
It's a nice shield back. So I'm assuming red is telegraphing an unblockable ability. So force those knockback kicks. He's put on pretty mobile for a dude with a sword and shield, man. Bam! Stay down!
They say Graydon's finest swordsman is a Greymane. It was an honor to join
At least you're not a sore loser, Matthias.
That was a good bout.
you. Anand is home to many mighty warriors. One cleaved an ox's horn without his blade ever touching it. Just a warning to a worthy opponent.
I'll keep that in mind.
Right?
Incredible. You really are the esteemed Greymane.
I am.
It appears the clucking of house hens held a kernel of truth. I'm Barden Midler, the man responsible for keeping peace in Hanand. Come, walk with me, would you?
Do you know me?
The glory of the Greymanes is known throughout Hanand. Pardon my presumptuousness, but I have come with an urgent request.
Go ahead.
Not long ago, a boulder fell from the sky and crushed a farmhouse. We're calling it a sky boulder, considering its origins. Shortly after, brigands appeared, utilizing a peculiar form of trickery.
Trickery, you say?
They employ a red smoke that bewitches the senses.
Drugs.
So I beseech you, will you capture them and reveal their identities?
I have my own mission, seeking out my Greymane comrades. I'll do what I can to help, but make no promises.
That's more than enough. Until we meet again.
More quests. Well, so far I'm seeing what looks to be a very solid action RPG. I'm not seeing anything that like breaks the mold or does anything super new. The world building looks pretty decent. I will say that I know for a fact that some people are going to complain that this looks like a last-gen game. Because it definitely looks, even on the, I'm watching it in 4K right now, and it looks good. For me, it looks fine. But I can already tell you I can tell you that there are going to be people who complain about the graphics on this and say it looks like a last-gen game.
The house is about to collapse!
Great Solomon! Save us!
Vile scum! To do such a despicable thing!
There are still souls trapped within!
Speaking of Greedfall 2, Dragoth,
How
isn't
many?
that going into, isn't the second game going into early access?
Run,
Like,
flee,
excuse me,
all hope is lost!
Three
isn't the
people.
public early access happening
Will
like
you
right around
help
right
us?
now for Greedfall 2?
Without aid, they'll all die!
How can anyone get to them?
Please help!
The fire is spreading! No! We must save them!
No, you fool!
Side quest.
We still must save who we can.
For Solomon's sake! Was that rock worth all this?
What rock? Tell me more about the rock.
Should've
I'll
just
rescue your
given it
people for
away.
more information about the rock.
This is not the time for such musings! We must save our people first!
I've got to quell the flames first. Got to get them out quickly.
Especially if they started working on this game, you
There
know,
was
8 or
only
10 years ago and then revamped it halfway through the development process.
This way.
That would also contribute
To survive
to it
such
looking like it was for last gen.
Come now. Keep your wits about
Speech
you.
animations will most likely always
Thank
dub
you,
some
you saved
simulator,
his
probably
life.
because they're first studying Korean language and
Solomon,
voices. Probably,
save
yeah.
us all.
How could we repay such kindness?
First, water. Bring water.
Water.
I've never seen.
Greedfall 2, yeah, it's
anything like
early
this.
access is on the
Was
24th
that
of this
rock
month, right?
worth a man's life? The healer must be. Oh, Lord of Light, the healer. Ah, dear Savior, I'm ashamed to ask, but
What is it?
Please rescue our healer.
well, he acted as bait to lure the bandits away, but he won't last long. As payment, I'll give you this cursed thing. It's the source of all our misfortune. But it must be of some worth.
All right. I'll find him.
Alright, we're gonna go look for the healer now, it looks like. I'm looking up Greedfall 2 now because I could swear it's early access, not a full release, but I need to double check here. It was announced in May of 2022.
Faster! Oh. Get going!
September 24th, early access. Okay, yeah.
Run! Hiya! Hiya!
The first one was interesting. It was. I played it. I don't think I was streaming at the time. Maybe. I vaguely remember playing it.
Faster! Yeah. Let's move.
I won't have time to jump into the early access, but
Get going!
it'll be something to keep my eye on at the very least.
Run! Hiya!
You never know. I might jump in. You never know. I might decide at the last minute, be like, let's do it anyway. Nope, I am not going to play Black Myth Wukong because it's a Souls-like,
Go!
and I don't do Souls-like games.
Get going!
I refuse to play a game that won't let me adjust the difficulty and wants me to go face monsters that take 25, 35, 45, 50 tries to
That
beat.
must be the
Fuck
foolish
that.
healer.
So, no. Oh yeah, we're going deep on Shattered Space Profound. The 20th is the plan. I'll be jumping back into Starfield on the 20th. Give us about 10 days of getting back into my second playthrough. We'll pick up where we left off. I've got the rover now. We're going to find a planet, build an outpost, continue doing quests we haven't done. Bethesda should be announcing something soon on Shattered Space, giving us some more details. And I apologize for the sniffles, guys. I've got a sniffly morning going on. Allergies or something. Speaking of which. Where did I put my allergy pills?
Oh, mighty Solomon, you have sent your apostle to me.
No, your friend sent me. You're the healer?
By Solomon's light, I knew they would never forsake me. Oh, how blessed I am for such friendship.
Do you know who torched your house?
You're damn right I do. Those scrotum-sucking blasphemers! Oh, Light's mercy, my apologies. The Lord's fury just flows through me. But Goldleaf thugs came to steal my stone. Oh,
Too many games, not enough
how did
time?
he warned this would happen.
Slow down. Who warned you?
A man in merchant's clothes. He warned me thieves would come for the stone.
What stone?
And
You guys
that
keep talking
you'd
about
come
stones.
to save me. Come. He said you'd want to see him.
Is this man a prophet?
I couldn't tell you. I didn't even see his face. He just said that you may now see his value. And if so, to guide you to the eastern swamp. Does that mean anything to you?
The eastern swamps. Ooh, we can harvest plants?
Sounds like a merchant I know.
Well, I'm glad I'm guiding the right person.
Definitely getting more Witcher 3 vibes.
Could you tell me more about the stone?
You mean that accursed rock? Well, one day, a boy named William came to me, pleading for me to help an injured farmer by the name of Bremer. As I stepped into what remained of the poor man's house, I was quickly enamored by a glowing stone at his side. Before I realized what I was doing, I had the stone nestled deep in my arms. Alas, the branch master of the gold leaves was after that very same stone.
Alright, who's the gold leaves? Who are the gold leaves?
Solomon must be punishing me for my greed. Well, you're on your own from here. This is all the instruction I received. Well then,
What are we looking for?
take care of yourself.
Dragoth on YouTube says, it's a great holiday season to be a gamer. Told my wife all I want for Christmas is time to play games.
I heard there's gold on the Greymane's head. Then let's go hunt ourselves a Greymane.
You!
The Greymane!
Not here to fight.
Who the fuck asked?
Nice headband, brother.
We were setting off to find you anyway. The branch masters put a generous bounty on your head. 1 whole gold piece.
Seems a bit low.
Low, you cheeky cunt. Get him!
At least they've got adult language in it. The new Dragon Age has a completely different art style, Bullywhags. Yeah, I got a video coming out at 2 p.m. today if you want to go watch that. I've done probably 20, 30 other videos on Dragon Age Veilguard on the channel. He multi-punted those guys. Well, so far I've only ever seen the same like 2 or 3 abilities. He's got the shield bash, some different types of sword strikes. He's got a throw, a kick. I haven't seen any magic. I haven't seen him use his bow ever. So what's the point of the bow if you're never going to use it? Haven't seen a skill tree yet. So I don't know how leveling works in this game, or if there's any skills. Some different finishing moves.
Please. These men have no sense of hospitality.
Are you a goblin or something? What is he?
I beg forgiveness on their behalf. Their aggression stems from a world in turmoil.
I'd say it's the other way around.
An insightful sentiment. I wish that it were otherwise. Perhaps it can be. Do you remember when we last met?
You had something to ask of me.
Indeed. You saw no value in the proposition then.
We never got that far.
But you can see it, can't you? The gold leaf name being tarnished beyond all recognition.
Emulator says that Shokutu is the richest goblin in Black Desert Online, but this version of him is not nearly as extravagantly dressed.
Selfish desires.
You take issue with him?
Splithorn is a blight upon our guild. We suffer as Hernan suffers. I merely wish us to turn over a new leaf. A return to our former glory. I want you to challenge our branch master to a Rakash.
I'm assuming that's like a duel.
It's a goblin term for a duel.
See,
I'm sure you've had your share. I know Splithorn well, and his insufferable arrogance. If you confront him publicly, his pride simply won't allow him to refuse.
yeah, what's your motive, though?
What's in it for me?
Yeah, and for me.
The gold leaves vast network. And the weight of our coin, of course. I know you're in search of your comrades. And we could do much to aid you in that endeavor. Take your time. And think it over. If it sweetens the deal, know that Splithorn is a thorn in Hernan's side. I imagine the lords would be overjoyed to see a restructuring in our guild.
A merchant through and through.
Huh.
I'll take that as a compliment.
So it's a different sword? I need to see more. I want to see more of the UI and stuff. I'm not seeing any potions, no bombs. I'm really starting to get annoyed by the fact that he has a giant fucking bow and a quiver strapped to his back, but he hasn't used it once. Like, seriously, what is the point? We did get a glimpse of weapon switching or something going on there. Like, what is the point of a bow if you're never going to use it? Like, just to look cool? Like, that makes no sense. Did he just chunk down some food in the middle of combat? So did they not have a hotkey set up for heals, or you know, it's like in Witcher 3 you could, you know, set different things like a hot slot for your food, hot slot for your potions. He keeps having to open up a radial menu to even eat or drink. That seems like it might need some polish there. But yeah, they're not showing a lot of the UI yet. Just a tiny little bit. This definitely seems, and also like the previous videos they aired during Gamescom, it was really all combat stuff. Like, they're really pushing the combat videos with this game. Also, this seems hyper unrealistic for one dude to go up against like 30. Some really dumb. So I want all the people criticizing dumb UI in Star Wars Outlaws to come here and criticize this shit, because they're all just standing there waiting, looking at him. Like, that is dumb UI. Or if you want to, you know, put it on easy mode and have the UI have slower response time. AI, not UI, sorry. Yeah, I said UI, I meant AI. I caught myself.
Is this the guild headquarters?
Hear me! I challenge Branchmaster Splithorn to a Rakash!
You challenge me? Who are you to step into my domain and oppose me? You and the sly rat who put that word in your mouth will pay. Now I'll gladly take this opportunity to prove why the gold leaves answer to me.
Yeah, just kick him into the crowd of unmoving people. That's beautifully intelligent AI at work. Suspension of disbelief is required to play video games, kids. Never forget that. Oh, let's destroy all the things. I wonder if they respawn later. Oh, he's about to... Okay, there was a lightning that time. Oh yeah, because it's a bigger version of what he just did earlier. Oh, he's tired after it.
The tyrant has fallen! Kill him! Tear him apart!
The blight has been purged.
New
This
king is crowned.
sly rat shall now take center stage. An era of darkness has ended. Our branches, once beset by rot, shall see new growth, and our efforts in Hernand shall finally bear fruit. This I vow as Branch Master Shakatu.
I hope he keeps his end of the deal.
So we just watched. So hang on a second here. That's the end of that preview, right? We just watched 52 minutes of a game preview, and I have questions. Like, first and foremost, why did we not see the bow being used one time? Not one time did we see the bow being used in 52 minutes of gameplay that showcased, I would argue 75-85% of that gameplay preview was all combat. Some parts of this look good, definitely getting Witcher 3 vibes. I understand there's a lot of lore here that's for fans of the Black Desert Online franchise, so I don't know anything about that, so that part of it doesn't appeal to me. I'm coming into this as someone who's looking at it as an action adventure RPG and potentially something that I would like to play in when it comes out. So heavily focused on action and adventure. Lots of beautiful environments. We saw the horse in action. Yeah, there was a lot of walking around. But like, we didn't really get any. There was some glimpses of the UI, but we didn't see if there's any sort of skill system at play. Is there a leveling system at play? Is it, do you only have these 6 abilities during combat? What's the point of a bow if you can't use it? We saw food being used during combat, but it didn't appear tied to a hotkey. It was instead we're going to open up a radial menu and switch to and eat something from a radial menu, which feels really clunky. I'm intrigued from purely a fantasy action RPG that looks kind of like The Witcher, The Witcher 3. I think I can look at that and see that's interesting and intriguing to me. But there's still a lot I don't know, and it's going to drive me nuts. It's going to drive me nuts for weeks why they didn't show any bow combat, despite the fact that the character has a big freaking bow and quiver on his back. I genuinely don't understand why that didn't show up in any of the footage. Very strange. Very strange. But yeah, that's the Crimson Desert gameplay exclusive that IGN shared last night. There is another video I want to go watch as well, but I'm going to timestamp this out because we're going to pull this out for the YouTube folks who don't get a chance to tune into the live streams.